The rules I live by as a single dad. If you didn't know, I'm a single father. Hello, my name is Oliver, I'm 26 years old and a single father, and today is episode number 15 of 100 that I'm recording consecutively for the first 100 days of 2026. So, being a single dad is a very interesting situation as it is. Now, if you're not aware, I already have videos of me talking about being a single dad, so I'm not going to be digressing into things like that today, but what we are going to be talking about are the rules that I live by. So, we're going to start with number one, and it might be a bit controversial for some people. So number one is, I've never baby talked my son. Never. I mean, when he was a little baby, no. Genuinely, I talk to my son the way he deserves to be spoken to, because at the end of the day, he is a human and he deserves respect. A lot of people won't agree with that. A lot of people like to keep secrets away from their kids, and yeah, I don't tell him everything, but I also won't lie to him. He might only be 3 years old, but he deserves to know the truth and to be spoken to correctly. And because of that, and because of the vocabulary I've got, he has learned some awesome words. So I can't complain about that. I say eloquent words and more profound words, and he has picked up on those. So that's really cool. But yeah, I speak to him like a normal person. Number two, another rule that I live by is I don't talk about the situation with his mother to him, and I won't badmouth his mother in front of him or to anyone or anything like that, because at the end of the day, if you talk poorly of someone, it's going to reflect on your parenting, and I don't want to do that. As I've said, I talk to my son with respect and I'll tell him everything he needs to know, but his mother is still very much a human, someone I care deeply about. He still sees his mother, so I will never be doing anything like that of the sorts. At the end of the day, I am raising him and I love him to bits. His mother also loves him to bits, and I don't have any issues with her or anything like that. So the best thing I can do is just not say anything bad. What's the point? You know, there might have been issues in our relationship or anything, but there's no point saying anything like that around my son or to anyone else, because first of all, things aren't other people's businesses, but second of all, if I change my mentality state of how I think of her, it's going to project, and I don't need that whatsoever. So she's a great person, I respect her greatly, my son absolutely loves her, our son absolutely loves his mother, and yeah, that is one of the rules. Another rule is, he is my muse. I use my son as my muse. This is a rule that I live by. I look at him and I see everything that I want to give him. I want to give him the best life possible, and I like to use him as my muse. I want to be the best version of me and to be able to provide him with absolutely everything that he deserves in life. So he is my muse, and that is a rule I live by, because if I suddenly think of other things or things I want to do, then it's never going to work out mentally. If you think about it logically, if I think, I don't want to be a dad and I just want to run away and do other things, that's not going to be a good mindset to have. But if I always think, what would he do? Or how would this affect my son? Then I can always stay a good dad. Simple as that. Yeah, sometimes I do want to run away. I think every single parent goes through those stages, and as someone who's travelled a lot and been to 27 countries, it's difficult. It's difficult to change my life. It's difficult for any parent to change their life, to nurture their son or daughters. And personally for me, to show my son the utmost respect and to use him as my muse is a great asset to have. So that is the first three. I do have an additional one, but before we get into that, I'd just like to say thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure you're going to click this like button, you're going to subscribe if you're new, you're going to hit that bell notification, comment down below if you disagree. Honestly, I want to know if you disagree, or if you have any rules that you live by as a parent, whether a single parent or a parent in itself. I generally would love to know, so let me know in the comments below. But finally, the fourth rule I like to live by is always be there for your children. No matter what, it doesn't matter on the situation or the circumstances, the best thing you can do is be there for your kids. If I see my son and he has an issue or a problem going on, I'm going to help him. I was brought up in a household where that didn't happen. I was brought up where I was neglected by my parents. It was a difficult household. It wasn't the best household. There was 5 children. My parents and I were on great terms now, really. They're good grandparents and everything. But if I had their support more, then things would have been a lot better. And I want to make sure my son knows he is supported. I'm not going to be a helicopter parent. I'm also not going to be his best friend sort of person. I'm his dad. He is my best friend sometimes, but I'm his dad, and I'm going to make sure that any issues he's got, I'm always going to be there. If that means at 16 years old he's crawling into my bed because of a nightmare, I'm going to make sure that he's okay. I'm going to make sure that he talks about it and he's open. And if he does ever need any additional help in whatever aspects of his life, I'm going to make sure he gets that help. I'm going to make sure that he's safe, he's happy, and he is supported. I wasn't supported, and as a parent, I want to make sure that my child or any future children will be supported to the maximum. They're going to have everything that I never had, and I'm going to make sure of that. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really do hope you have enjoyed it. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, and I shall see you guys all tomorrow. The next video will be out at 5 PM. Adios, my mis amigos, and goodbye.